Olá, seja bem-vindo ao meu canal. Sou RedTaiga, and last month we hit 2,500 subscribers. To celebrate this occasion, I'm going to be trying to make this Brazilian dish called Feijoada, despite the fact that I have never interacted with Brazilian cuisine before. On another quick note, honestly, I want to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of you for hitting 2,500 subscribers. It genuinely would have been unimaginable to me 5 years ago, so it really genuinely means a lot to me. I know I don't really upload much. I'm going to try to work on it. I'm just a bit busy, but thank you. Beans. Alright, so I got the beans over here, I got the carne seca. We're gonna soak these in water. So, yeah. Let's start with these. I should probably do this in front, actually. Alright, so I got the... Dude, I already have a camera stand right here. So I got, like, the beans over here. I'm gonna use, like, 2/3 of this. You know. I hope I'm not doxing myself because of that. I suck. That is more than 2/3. Yeah, this should be sufficient. No, I don't have to worry about doxing myself as much. Okay, so... tablespoon of salt. I can do that. Why the fuck didn't I just dunk it in? What's wrong with me? Get in here, you scum. There we go. I'm just gonna leave this here. In the meantime, I'm gonna go soak the meat. I'm told that this shit is extremely salty. So, yeah. And by the way, all of the recipes I've seen are serving 10, 15 portions of this. I don't have that many people in the house, so I'm half to everything. Alright, I hate standing behind a camera. What the fuck is this? We got the carne seca over here. Get out there. I can feel the salt entering into my fingers. Alright, there we go. We got all the carne seca out. Washing hands straight. Would watch that. Moment of truth. There we go. I'm gonna submerge those, but yeah, that should be good. Alright guys, now that the beans and the meat are done, I'm gonna use the power of video editing to skip ahead like 14 hours, give or take. Alright, we're back. So, as you can see, I have the washed and dried beans over here. Very nice. I also got the carne seca, which has been thoroughly desalted, along with some onions as well, and garlic. Also got an orange over here. You see, this is a surprise tool that will help us later. Alright, so first of all, holy shit. Now, I like meat as much as the next guy. But Jesus Christ, do you guys beat vegans to death with clubs over there? Alright, so anyways, I have some spare rib meat over here. And here in this bowl, I have some bacon. I have two types of linguiças over here. I got a calabresa and then I got paella. So yeah. Now, traditionally speaking, there would also be pig feet involved in here, but I'm not including it for two reasons. First of all, I'm already downsizing this recipe by a half, so if I added pig feet, that might be a little bit excessive. And second of all, and the more important reason, my mom said no. Alright, anyway, we got all the ingredients here. We're gonna start cooking. Alright, let's get started. It takes a bit. There we go. We're gonna put it on medium-high, and then I got some olive oil over here. Now, traditionally, you are supposed to use beef tallow, but I don't have that on hand. So, I'm just gonna use this. That should be good. Now, in a lot of the recipes I've seen, any other stew meat would usually be cooked separately, and then they would be added. So, what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna cook the rib meat, then I'm gonna take it out, then I'm gonna add in the onions and the garlic and then the carne seca. I've seen people cook the carne seca by boiling it with the beans, but I'm just basing this off of one recipe, so let's see. This is the biggest pot I have. Oh my god, that's a lot. I'm just gonna add this back into the bowl when it's sufficiently browned. Oh shit. Bro, the oil keeps jumping on me. Hey, you know what? This should be good for me. You know what? Alright, I think this should be good for now. Oh shit. The oil! Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Alright. Let's add some onions. I'm not precise enough. Guys, can you edit this out? Why am I talking like I have an editor? I am my own editor. Right now. And by some, I mean all of it. Alright, keep time. Time for the carne seca. I'm just basing this off of one recipe that told me to fry it a little bit. I'm gonna boil it eventually when I add the water, but for now I'm just gonna, well, strictly speaking, I have to not let it come to a boil. Alright, so two things. First of all, I'm gonna, Jesus Christ, my glove is hot. First of all, I'm gonna add this back in. Oh, with the juices as well. Yes, please. Alright, next up, the moment that I've been waiting for. Yeah. Right, pass a bit more of this. And finally, to top it off, get it mixed. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, whoops. Alright, now I just have to mostly leave this unattended for the next hour. Stirring occasionally to make sure it doesn't, you know. Oh yeah, I should also probably add the... Alright. 1, 2, 3. Should be good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So, how do you stop all the scum from going to the top? Very easy. This is where the secret weapon comes into play. Get that in there. This is gonna hopefully soak up all of the scum. At least that's what I've heard it does. And the other exactly not advantageous.
Future Taiga here. This didn't do shit.
As you saw, I put in half an orange because I halved all of the ingredients going in. So what's happening to the other orange? Very simple. This is my snack. To clarify, I used a different knife to cut the orange than to cut the meat. I may be a retard, but I'm not an idiot. Alright, I'm about... like 25 minutes into making it a stew. I'm just recording this to say that it smells really damn good. Alright, so it's been 50 minutes that the pot's been on the stove, so I'm gonna start frying all of these to incorporate those flavors. I've seen 2 recipes that do this and 1 recipe that doesn't, but I think that if I fry it, it's gonna bring out more of the flavor, the fat, you know? Start off with the bacon. Get in there. Yeah. Bacon. Look at all the fat. I'm definitely frying this in batches though. Hell yeah. Alright, the bacon looks good so far, so I'm gonna add it back into the bowl, and then I'm gonna, I think I'll add in the calabrese next. So I'll just, actually I need to smother the things. Alright, there we go. So I've removed the bacon, so now I'm gonna, alright, go gadget calabrese. If I add in a bit of pilot too, that's part of my plan. I'll show you how to do this one later. This is my OCD topping. Alright, the calabrese looks done to me, so I'm just gonna add it back to this bowl, and then I'm gonna add in the fire. Okay, there you go. Get in there. Alright, pilot time. There we go. Over the grease. Alright, now that the pile looks done, I can shovel this in here. Please don't drop anything, that would be so embarrassing. Any grease left here? Some, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, I don't think there's any grease left here, actually. Alright, the feijoada has been simmering for about 1 hour at this point. It's time for some stuff to be done. So first of all, to the one half of an orange that's here, thank you very much for your service, sir. You have made an invaluable contribution to your country. Alright, so now it's time to add the rest of the meat. I'm going to start off with the bacon. Make sure to get all the fat in there. all of it. Now it's time for this is a bit hot actually, the calabrese and the paio, along with all of the fat that's in here. This might be more meat than beans, actually. Alright. I'm just gonna let it sit there for 3 hours, 5 hours, maybe 4 hours. I don't know. Until it's done. I just realized I forgot 3 things. First of all, I'm gonna put in a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Next, a few good shakes of paprika. That ought to do it. Finally, a pinch of salt. That should be good. Yo, cleaning stream 1. Alright, I'm about 2 hours into cooking. I'm just recording this to say that I posted a picture of this into a message group chat that I was in. This one guy, random numbers, just responded to it saying chum bucket type of food. How do I kill a person and get away with it? Man, that was diabolical. I'm the victim of an agenda. Alright, gentlemen, I am now halfway done cooking. Well, more than halfway, I'm 3 hours in. Looks good. Should I take off some of this? Nah, it'll be fine. I'm just gonna. There we go, that's the color I'm more familiar with. I'm gonna try some of this actually. I think I'll simmer this down a bit more in order to get more of the flavor out. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. Alright, so I'm about 4 hours in. At this point, it's 50 minutes to being finished, actually, so... In the meantime, I'm going to be focusing on making the cheiro verde, so... Sorry for my pronunciation. So... I think I'll start with this first. If you want to criticize my cutting technique, go ahead. Roast me, just don't turn it into like Instagram Reels comment section. You suck! Kill yourself! I'm gonna move this aside. Alright. Now, the recipes that I've seen used a variety of different things for the cheiro verde. So I decided to use scallions and cilantro, because those are what I had on hand. Alright, and then the cilantro. It doesn't taste like soap. I've heard some people say that to them cilantro tastes like soap. Is that true? Not true for me. I'll just bundle this together. There we go. I think this is one of those things where I have to use my own discretion when adding. Add a nice green color to it. Nice smell as well. Hey, it's literally called cheiro verde, so, you know, smell of green. If I'm correct. There's a lot of cilantro on my fingers. Woo. Alright, going back to this. Give it a stir. It's looking good. And, you know what? I think I'll add it in, actually. And then wipe the countertops. I think this is supposed to be a last minute thing, but yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, moment of truth. That looks pretty good. Alright guys, we got rice, we got feijoada, we got the farofa, and then we got the lettuce. So I'm gonna take a bite of this.
That's pretty good.